Three, two, one, yeah. Hello, everyone. Today we are gathered to conduct yet another debate, and the topic that we got today is satellite TV has no future. And I will be supporting the motion, whereas Diptij will be against it. Yeah. So let us start. Yeah. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I have born. I have I have watched so many events or shows on the satellite television that I could say my entire childhood was on TV, satellite TV. And like I used to enjoy shows like Hatim, Best of Vakniki. I used to wait for Saturday, Sunday for reality show. I used to root for them. I used to enjoy having conversation with my parents about the shows, and I could see my childhood going into satellite television. But one thing is very evident that the only constant in life is change, and we should change as per the time, and we have better alternatives. So today I stand strong to say that satellite TV has no future, and I have around three strong points to support the claim. Firstly, about the content. Content wise, if we see the content on the satellite television, like it is all repetitive shows, repetitive storyline of Saas Bahu drama. Because of TRP, they take the shows like around 2, 3, 4 years, and the same story goes again and again with some like almost same twists when somebody get Punarjanam or yeah. So the redundant nature of the or the repetitive nature of the content is, I think, not helping anyhow. And this is one more reason why I feel satellite television have no future content wise. And I also feel like the other day I was thinking that maybe it was also the reason why there is a lot of toxicity around, like the relation between Sas Bahu. Like people have normalized that the mother-in-law will be behaving in such way of uh, the in-laws will be behaving that way. So I think content wise it is very problematic, and it should be addressed, and very proper, sorry, I'm having notifications. Very proper content should be posted, and that is one reason why I feel satellite television will have downfall. My next reason is, actually it is not a reason but a solution, that there are far better alternatives, like on OTT, where you get cheap fees also. You It is hardly 199 per month, and you get almost so many options, more options as compared to satellite television, and you can choose anything at any time. And plus there is better functionality, like you can pause, you can watch in 2x, you can use subtitles, you can do many other functionalities which were not even available in satellite television. Now there might be an argument saying that all the functionalities could also be brought to satellite television, but my next point is a strong counterpoint part for that, which is basic technology behind satellite television. Now OTT, over the top, is running on optical fibers or towers or then routers. But satellite television basically it runs on satellites, and thus, like whenever there's some problem in weather, for example rain, it disrupts more faster as compared to the internet connections at home, so, like Netflix or Amazon. So the whole concept, the whole technology, I think is somewhere not supporting, will not be that stronger in the future. Like people won't really rely on having disruptions in the when there is rain and all in the future. Like the world is so fast paced, and for all these reasons I feel that satellite television have no future, and we should embrace the change, and change is the only constant. Yeah, over to Diptesh.
Yeah, I think those are some really good points in support. Uh, I am in opposition of the motion that satellite TV has no future, and I have a few strong points to support that. My first point would be remote coverage in areas like that, in mountainous areas or in areas that are not well developed. I believe satellite television provides a better coverage in these areas uh, where you don't really have a very reliable internet connection. And that is point number one why I feel satellite TV is more prevalent in such areas. Uh, Another thing is the alternative of satellite TV, like your OTT platforms, they require internet connection and they are very bandwidth dependent. Whereas your dish TV and your satellite TV is not bandwidth dependent, right? And that's why I feel like it would your satellite TV would be better in areas where you have frequent connection disruptions, or you have a weaker connection, or in areas where uh, your internet plan prices are very high. So in those areas, satellite TV would hold an edge against your OTT platforms and your other alternatives. Another point about OTT platforms is you have millions of movies and shows, right? Which means you don't really know what to watch. Like in reality, you feel like you have a lot of options, but what ends up happening is you have so many options presented in front of you that you really can't focus on what to actually watch, which leads to you trying to go halfway through shows and be very confused. It confuses the users basically. So that is another thing that satellite TV does better. You have channels that you know and shows that you definitely know will be aired at at particular time, and that is one more point why I feel satellite TV is better. And overall, when we talk about future, and when we say something has no future, that is synonymous to it being to calling it obsolete, being obsolete. But I think it's very important for us to think from a broader perspective, because the world does not develop evenly, right? There are different areas of the world where that develop differently. There's war going on in Ukraine and in Russia, and then there's disasters that are struck, like the recent hurricane that was struck uh, in Russia, Japan, and the Americas. I think in such situations, it's very important for to have a fallback, which satellite TV provides. And for those reasons, I feel satellite TV is not going to become obsolete and will have some future. Over to you, Kevin.
Yeah. Rebuttal Phase.
Yeah, should I go
Yeah,
or
you can ask me.
okay? My first question would be, what do you think about areas that don't have internet connections or war-struck areas? Don't you think it would be more reliable for people to get something that's all streamed via the satellite with no disruptions? And also areas where internet prices are higher, which is a fact in certain developing countries.
Uh, I think as time is going ahead, like most of us are getting connected over internet, and I think there'll be like if I consider the extreme scenario, then like people who cannot afford internet, I think maybe for the I believe for even for them, adjusting for television will be also very difficult. Like nowadays everybody is on the like mobile, or everybody owns one mobile. So I think I believe that will be like most of the people will be on the internet. And like before it used to happen like maybe in entire locality there used to be one television, and like everybody used to come together and watch it. But I believe that now everybody's having phone, and it will be easier for them to switch to internet than ott than satellite.
Yep. Also, another counter to that would be, don't you think that would incur more recurring charges? Like, uh,
Hmm.
for what used to happen in satellite TV is used to pay for a plan, and then you're sort of set for your entire month. But what can happen is when you stream something through an OTT platform, the amount of bandwidth that is consumed depends on the quality at which you're viewing, right?
Hmm.
Don't you think a lot of people would have to sacrifice quality in order to save your bandwidth and something like that?
Mm.
Because I'm talking about areas where that don't develop equally to all the other countries, or where internet might still be a big thing.
Yeah, that is a valid concern that but I think that also with the current scenario, I think it also the along with some drawbacks, it has many positive sides also. Like the amount of functionalities that the ott platforms would provide, I think those are not really possible in the satellite television, right? Like I think maybe options like having subtitles, or having options like you can pause the video and watch it later, or you could just increase the speed. So there are many plus side as well for the OTT, the content on the OTT. And other hand, I think all these functionalities are not even present for the satellite television. Plus, if you cannot like pay for the next month, you'll not really see what the story lies in the next like what will happen to the next story. So about the recurring cost, it increases more for that. Whereas in on ott, like ott and other alternatives, like you could really finish one show or one movie in like 1 or 2 days, and which again saves for the recurring costs.
Yep, those were my points.
What about during the okay, I would ask you about don't you find it being little toxic, like when the shows go for run for 1 year 2 years and repeat the same storyline? So don't you feel that content wise the current satellite television needs is really lacking?
I think those are just some of the shows that are available on your satellite television. I believe there are a lot of other shows that don't go on for a very long time. I can give you example. There's a show that used to air on Comedy Central. Wait, is it Comedy Central? I think it was Colors Infinity or one of these channels, and the show was Breaking Bad.
Mhm.
And there's also a show called Better Call Saul. So these shows have a very fixed number of seasons, and they did not go for a very long time. I think even OTT platforms have that problem where there are shows that keep on going for a very long time. And if you're talking about the Saspo serials, those are also available on OTT platforms.
Mhm.
So I don't think that's a problem that is tied to satellite TVs.
Do you have any question, Diptij?
Uh, no. Oh, yeah, one more thing. You mentioned that there are features like pause, record that's not available on cable TV, but I believe there's one satellite TV provider, Tata Sky. I think Tata Play
Tata
now.
Plus, yeah.
They have moved on to something called Tata Play Binge Plus, I believe, and they do offer all of the features that OTT provides. Plus, they've taken a better approach. They've not totally removed satellite TV because there might still be certain audience that might want to watch certain channels that are not available on OTT. And for those reasons, they've taken a better approach. They've taken the best of both worlds. They've taken OTT and combined it with satellite. So any user, irrespective of what they want, get to watch whatever they want. So they've not made satellite TV obsolete, but they've worked together with OTT. And that's why I believe satellite TV still has future than OTT platforms. Plus with all of the features that OTT provides, like recording and everything else.
Mhm. Do you have any question, Diptij?
No, yeah, that was what I had to say.
Yes, let's go for feedback part.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
yes, yes. uh yeah, feedback part. I have some feedback for you. One thing
Okay.
I really liked is about the last answer. It was really very good. Like whenever we say some superlative terms, like banning it completely, or it has no future, or it is the best. Somewhere in the start, I felt satellite TV has no future. I 100% believe it. But at the end, when you ended with that note that there should be mixture of both, it gave a very positive side, and I believe that is the best answer if we have to discuss in the GD. So I really like that good the last answer that you gave, that there should be combination of both, so we don't really neglect any audience and they could watch it. That was a very good take. But I would say you could have given better examples of the audience. Maybe like seeing the old people, like they don't really go to see very suspense. They are good in the sas bahu drama. So and we have to respect that they really enjoy it. Like my grandparents, they watch it every day. It's kind of very lovely that they come together, they watch it. And you could have given better examples of the audience, I think. I have something, but I'll tell it in the later next phase. Another thing I liked about you is one suggestion. Like when you were saying, I have some points. I think saying few points makes it believe like you have no points. At least say some points. Few points is a very like it makes me believe that you don't have any points. uh, yeah, maybe you could say I have some strong points, or some very some strong point that that makes me believe that this is better. So maybe use those terms. Like few is somewhere it shows that you don't have much points. For my side, I had a little bouncy intro again, I guess, but like the thing that I had in my mind was like it was good, it was concrete. That I would be naming some shows that I really liked watching, but I would say that change is the constant. But there were some word gaps in the first two statements, so I felt that was little off. And you have any feedback for me, or both of us?
Yeah, actually, I really liked how you started. Like, I remember you mentioned that we should probably start with something that gives off like your personal connection. So you added a nice personal touch to it. You mentioned some of your shows and how you grow up watching them. So I really like that.
Yeah.
Also, I liked how you gave examples
Yes.
in the beginning. Nothing negative as such, because the topic was pretty strong. You had a lot of strong points too, and you spoke them very confidently too. So, and plus you gave examples.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
awesome.
Ritesh, give more examples. It really connects.
Yes.
And like personal examples are also good. Like it makes you connect to yourself a very better way. Like I mentioned about waiting for reality shows, and I talking with my parents about the shows. Like it somewhere it was not even my topic, but like it was more from your side. But somewhere it gives a good connect from the start, and it makes you feel good. So I think you should really try to
Right.
give better examples. Okay,
Works.
there is one framework I could tell you. PEEL. Point, tell the point. E, tell the example. E, explain what the why the example and why it is, and then link it back to the point, and then you go to the next point.
Oh, that's a very good acronym. I'm
Yeah,
going to keep that in mind now.
PEEL.
What it's point, example, explain, and link back.
Yeah, link back. Mm, yeah. Anything else, or can we go to the next phase, thinking from the other perspective?
I think we can go to the next phase.
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Can we start? You need more time?
Now I think we can start.
Yeah. Do you have any point from my side?
Yes. My first point in support of why satellite TV is not the future and why OTT is a better alternative is one, it's portable. When I would give an example of me traveling to college,
Mhm.
whenever I used to travel or come back when I was super tired, I could watch any movie, any show that I want on my phone. I wasn't tied to a set top box and satellite. I didn't have to wait to get home to watch it. I think somewhere that made me better utilize my time because I was not just traveling, I was also
Yes.
getting the shows that I wanted to watch.
Yes.
So that would be my first point, portability. Second thing is when you subscribe to a satellite, you what the channels that you get are controlled by a satellite provider.
Mhm.
So what one thing could be the channels that you get would be very local. So say you want to watch like international channels or channels that are not available to get like a better perspective or watch just international shows in general that would not be available all the time. Like I can give you one example. We used to have Tata Play, and that used to be our only thing. And that time there was like a channel called VH1 where I used to get my music basically, right? But what happened now is very recently Tata Play removed VH1 for some reason. And if I didn't have OTT, then I would be totally cut off from all of my music. So that's the reason why I feel satellite TV is not the future.
Mhm. Yes, really, I really like the portability point. And one more example that strike me is when you said about VH1. That in childhood we used to watch a lot of music on the on satellite television like 9XM, or we used to wait for a song to come, and when it used to come, we used to be very happy. And there used to be a bar there down that next song is this, so we used to say like, oh, next song is this, so I'll be waiting. But I could have given some examples like there is now YouTube, and you don't really have to wait. So that is again a reason, like some of the part is just going away. Even the news, you get more news in the YouTube as compared to satellite television, so that part might also vanish suddenly. So I think that another point I could have mentioned, giving such examples, is this: I should not have just settled with serials. I should have also covered these areas. Even on Tata Sky, there used to be games, right? There used to be a section where we could play games on the television.
Yeah, there was like a dedicated game thing
Yes, yes, yes.
and pretty fun games.
Pretty fun games. I used to play like first month it used to be free, I guess. So I used to play in that month, and then
Yeah, it
there
used
was
to
like,
be 1 rupee for the first month, and then it used to just continue.
yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah, man, it was so much fun watching music on these TVs. Like there was something different about it.
yeah,
Waiting for your song to play,
songs. Yes,
like
yes,
that excitement. It's just, anyways.
yes. And did you understand like how the examples I given were like they were very nostalgic, and it connects you to yourself only in a very different way. So I think giving examples really makes you stand out. Okay,
Exactly.
okay. Thinking from your side, what I would have said. Firstly, as I mentioned about the audience, you could have mentioned more audience and like old people, like they prefer watching serials and like the satellite content. Then you could have also mentioned about children. If there are some small children, and I'm making them watch some cartoon, or if they like some cartoons, giving them phone in hand and making them watch on the OTT is a very bad option, I guess, because there could be anything, and they could be addicted to any other stuff as well. But for children, at least I think satellite TV is a better option, so that their screen time is also in control. They are what you say, the view on the camera will be, phone will be very too close, and at least TV will be far away. So I could have mentioned about children, and I think that is a very good point about children. Next thing, you could have also tried to find some bad thing about OTT and other platforms. Like there could be piracy, there could be adult content when we don't even want. Like all the content on the satellite are very well uh, gone through many certifications. Like they can't really put anything on the camera, not even some kissing scenes maybe on the television. So like for the adult content, that control is there in the satellite television, so maybe that point you could have mentioned. And when you were mentioning about local thing, a point came to my mind about like people used to like about prudent media, like in Goa, like you don't get it on all the satellite, right? But then there's a counter argument for that, like you could watch that on YouTube, or you could watch that on Instagram. So don't really need satellite television for that, but just it came to my mind. And one more point I could have said is about some hospitals. Like in hospital, they don't really have OTT subscriptions and all. They keep one cable, and there is something coming in on the television, and you just watch it. So maybe at some places like hospital, satellite television will still work.
Yeah, lovely points, man.
Yes.
Those were actually some really good points, especially a children one,
Yeah,
because
children is
then,
really. Yeah.
yeah, because the internet is just vast, right? You can just click on anything, watch anything, but TV is sort of limited,
Limit.
so that's a good thing.
Yes, and okay, I have also written one point that it will build discipline in the children. Like if they want to root for some shows at the end, they will be like, oh, it is at 9 p.m. I'll work today and I'll watch it later. But when you have phone in the hand, you could be addicted. They can watch it anytime, and there's no proper discipline.
So that's actually even a better point. Waiting for that exact time
Yes.
that teaches you how to manage your time too.
Yes, yes,
So
very well. I remember there used to be some times when I used to wait for like a show, like many movies I used to watch till the end. Around the end, the current used to go, and I should never watch it again. Like on the satellite, there used to be always such drama, and sometimes there's one more show called Adalat that used to come on television, Sony, I guess. Like I used to watch it, and then sometime rain used to come, and end scene, all the suspense goes away. I don't even know what happened. So yeah,
Yeah,
these are some that teach somewhere some disciplines to you, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, JD, what do you feel, Diptij?
I feel OTT platforms are better because I get to control a lot of the things that I want to watch. Also, I'm not restricted to. Um, Sometimes there are shows that are not available in your country. Right? I can always use a VPN and watch
Hmm.
the shows that are not available in my country. I can't do that with a TV,
Hmm.
so I would always choose OTT above cable.
Yeah, my answer would not also like, yeah, even my answer is same. But if there are any audience, like when you mentioned about, hello, Diptij, are you stuck? Hello, hello.
I hear you.
Uh,
You can't hear me.
no, you're stuck for me. Okay, when you mentioned about
Oh,
people having no access to internet, that time it made me think that there might be some audience who really watches satellite television. But one thing I really feel that satellite the content on the satellite television should improve, and they should really restrict to like 1 day story or 1 month story rather than taking it so long. There should be stories like Fear Files or Ahat, or there should be a good shows which used to end in 1 month or like 1 day, and I think they are really good.
yeah, exactly.
Yes, so the content should be really like looked after in the satellite. But then, if I have to choose, I will definitely choose OTT or satellite or any other alternative.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. I also feel like on satellite it's excessively censored. Like,
yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes.
it's not really always. It's great, but it gives you control and, as you said, protects children. But I think OTT, there has to be some level of freedom too. Like, why should you be totally dependent on
Y- y-
the censorship of another person?
yes, 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 yes. Yeah, Diptesh, let's go to the next page. ChatGPT. I can't see you, Diptesh.
Yes,
Is your net?
you can't.
No, no.
Okay, there must be something wrong. Hold on.
Yes, Diptesh.
I'm back. Is it better now?
No, I can't see you. I think there's some internet issue, but never mind. I can see you now. I can see you now.
Okay.
Yes. So it is. Okay. ChatGPT face. Let's get
Okay.
some.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Okay, can you give me a minute? I'll just rejoin again.
Diptich, what do you mean? I wasn't able to hear you.
Oh, I meant I'll just rejoin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Diptich, go ahead.
Okay. Now I found a few points on GPT that
Mm-hmm.
are in support of satellite TV. One of them was again pretty similar to what was previously mentioned, universal coverage. Like you can get to watch any show that you want anywhere where there's a clear sky. which could be in the middle of an ocean too. Next, uh, I found this point, but I don't know how. I don't know if it's actually true or if GPT is hallucinating. But they said mass broadcasting efficiency. What that basically means is one to many transmission. So a lot of millions of devices can receive the same signal. You don't have to have one to one connections to every device. So that is one point in support of satellite. I'm not really sure if this is
Uh,
a correct point,
Wait,
but
what does it mean? In support of satellite?
it,
Okay.
yeah, it means one to many transmission. So millions of devices receive the same signal simultaneously, unlike OTT. I
Uh,
think it makes sense, right?
it makes
Because
perfect sense.
again, it's just a signal.
Yeah.
You just need a receiver.
Yes, 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 yes. Whereas it might be like in the case of OTT, there might be if there's Netflix, maybe the some department might go off, might be there. Like it is wholly cloud connected, right? So maybe one part might be
Yeah,
off. So maybe in that sense, it is correct. But usually
yeah.
at the data
I
centers, like
yeah,
when we have big data, they distribute it at different places which are very far. So if one place goes, like if there's some destruction, some war, something happens, so then the other servers will run. So they have it usually very far. But if we take extreme cases, then it might go off.
makes sense. I also found a few points in support of OTT.
Mm-hmm.
One point was ad-free experience. Like on satellite, you have to watch ads, right?
Yes, yes,
But on OTT, you can pay to
ye-
not watch ads,
yes.
so that's a good thing. And yeah, those were the other points I found.
Yeah, I have some points for this for satellite. I really did not realize that there are still some places which don't have internet connections, and like the point that you mentioned, and yeah, that is like over almost everywhere the same point. uh, Another thing is no buffering is there in the satellite television, where you might get buffers. Uh, and if there is any news, like if government was to spread any news, for example, maybe if there is any polio drops, then it is very much it is a better alternative, I guess, in the satellite television and for public broadcasting. And yeah, those were some of the points.
Yep. I also got one more point
Mm-hmm,
that is in support of OTT.
mm-hmm.
That point was it is more personalized. There's an algorithm running behind, so it depends on whatever shows you watch.
Yes,
So say I watch some horror movies, I will be suggested more horror movies,
yes,
which I might be. Does not happen on satellite TV.
yes.
So that is in support.
That is beautiful. Yes, and also just to add, there's better interactiveness. Like you could like, share, comment, but it is not really present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, there is a show on Netflix.
Mm.
I think it is Into the Wild. Not really sure. It is literally an interactive show. So you get to interact how the show proceeds based on some questions.
Yeah.
That absolutely won't happen on satellite TV.
Yes, yes,
I
yes, yes. Uh,
another point.
yes. Since we were talking about shows, let's take a little chill. Which shows do you like? Which is there anything that you like like to watch? Web series?
Yes. So I don't know. For some reason, I prefer very dark, very gritty shows like Breaking Bad. Yeah, those type of shows I kind of like to watch.
Same.
And yeah, it's pretty much those.
Yeah.
And horror. I don't know why. For some reason, I love to watch horror.
Uh,
I have to watch
we
it.
have same taste. We have same taste. I love to watch horror and suspense thrillers, and I think my whole like choices of movies are saturated. I watch only those type of movies. Like I don't really enjoy any other movies, and yeah, that is it.
Yeah,
Breaking
I
Bad,
just love
like
suspenseful. It makes you. It puts you on the edge of your seat. Like what is going to happen next,
yes, yes,
which happens with other movies, but it's kind of better on horror
yes, yes.
suspense.
We had a debate, me and Ayush, in the same channel itself. We had talked about suspense movies are better than thriller movies are better than comedy movies, and like that was a really good debate. Yes,
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
yes. Also, when you were saying about Into the Wild, I remembered another show named Kaleidoscope. It is also there on the Netflix. There are some eight episodes, and the good part about it is you can watch it like any in not the same sequence. You can watch any episode. You could just uh, juggle between all the episodes, and every time you do that, there is eight different storylines.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Not eight. I think you have to do some PNs, permutation combination. Every time you watch it, there's some 8 factorial storyline, I guess. Something in that
oh,
line.
that is amazing. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, but people
Looks
say
interesting.
it is not that good, but yeah, you could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that was it, Diptish. Anything to add? Is there any satellite television that you miss and like used to watch before and like now you miss it?
I personally, I miss the whole vibe of watching music on VH1. I don't know, man. It was different. I remember I used to literally wait for my song to play. And there used to also be a future. There used to also be a feature where you could tweet what songs you want. I think it was tweet Throwback Thursday or something. Every week they used to have some different show playing at 6 p.m. And I used to literally tweet and wait for them to play my song, show my tweet at the bottom. Yeah, and it was crazy, and I just don't get that feeling with just listening to music on Spotify.
Yes.
Because, and again, like most of the times when I'm watching listening to music on Spotify, I don't watch the music videos. I barely go and watch, but on VH1 I had to watch the music video.
Uh, uh,
So
yeah,
I really miss those shows.
I think even I have a very good fond memories with satellite television, especially about like we used to like entire family used to come together. We used to watch, and I kind of miss that vibe. Like all the horror type of shows used to be at late night, especially like Fear Files and all. And I wanted to watch them, but I used to sleep very early. Those were the days.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just not allowed to watch. Fear Files used to be a show, and then they just not come in the morning. I was like, just come on, think about the people who can't wake up.
Yeah.
Just stream once. But no, it used to always be late night.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I obviously had school and
Yeah.
never mind.
Then I think there should also be a good craze of watching reality shows. Like we should wait for weekends to come. And sometimes I even feel I have voted a lot of times to some of the artists. I think Dance India Dance was one of the very early reality show that I have watched, and like I used to be very like I was a fan of that. I used to really like enjoy watching it. And
Yeah,
there used to be one serial on Star Plus called Koi Lot Aaye Hai or something. I don't know. I think that was one show that I have watched completely, and it would be my last show that I have done like that. It was just 1 month show, and that's the reason why I watched it. It was little darkest side, like horror, pseudo horror, and yeah, that is it. And there used to be Hatim. Hatim I used to love so much, bro. It is really very good. Have you heard about Hatim?
I did not.
It is some old, I think, Arabic story, and but it was really very nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that also reminded me of that Mahabharat that used to come on Star
Oh,
Plus.
yes,
Boy, that was so good. I really did not think I would enjoy watching a more mythical story like that, but I actually liked it,
yes,
and it was good. And the fact is, my whole family watched it.
yes,
So,
yes.
and I would not personally love watching the previous older version because it's just not. It's not. I mean, it's cool, but it the effects and stuff it's better with the modern
Yeah,
technology.
and
So I loved watching that show.
that
I got to know story too.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I got to know the story too, like
Yeah,
the whole story of Mahabharata. That's
exactly,
good.
exactly. Yeah, that is one of the best show that ever came on television, and even the theme song, like starting the song, entire song, background music, everything you should give such goosebumps. I tell you, really best show I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is it, Diptesh. Do you have anything to add, or can we end the meet?
I think we can end it.
Yes, yes. Just wait, okay? We'll just comment out the topics that we don't like.